What's up, I'm MikeFightz, and I want to welcome you to my Ultimate Fight Preview Show. We have a good quality card tonight at an unbeatable price, and I really don't like making picks, but it'll make things more interesting for the post-show. What the hell else am I going to talk about? Let's get right to it. Korean Zombie versus Leonard Garcia. Now, I'm not the die-hard cult Korean Zombie fan that I see popping up everywhere on the net, but you have to respect the way this guy, or you have to respect the way these guys fight. They have one direction, straightforward. Zombie was clearly robbed in their last outing, and that's what I think really has fans pulling for Joan. Now, me and the homies, and just an aside, I will always make unnecessary quotes when referring to the homies, and you will meet them soon enough. So yeah, me and the homies have a few nicknames for Leonard. Leonard Gift Decision Garcia. Okay, we can be more creative than that. How about Leonard, I lost my job in the coke game, and now I'm going to try to wing ugly punches for a living. Holy shit, it worked. Garcia. Leonard, if this sport was 10 years younger, I wouldn't be allowed within 20 feet of a UFC cage. Garcia. One thing I gotta give him is that he's one tough SOB. He has a warrior spirit and can will his way to a win, and it has to be both admired and respected. Korean Zombie is a beast, but let's face it, he has very little strategy. I'm taking Leonard on this one by Greg Jackson and his team of black magicians. Bruce Leroy versus Mackin Surmiser. This could be Bruce's coming out party, but something makes me want to give the edge to Mackins. I guess that thing will probably be experience, but this is yet another fight between two guys that I'm not yet sold on. Mackins is down his last 3 fights and was supposed to be WEC's next big thing. I think he gets our boy Bruce with his wrestling, but I still wouldn't be surprised if Bruce was a little too much for him on the feet. Bruce has the kind of personality where you either love him or hate him, and I still can't decide which side I'm on, but he did show a lot of natural ability on the show. I'm taking Mackins. Amir Sadala and Demetrius Johnson. These guys are both kind of overhyped to me, and I'm having trouble caring. Let me try again. No. Moving on. John Madsen versus Mike Russo. John Madsen versus part Chicago cop, part legend, and part human hammer Mike Russo. I got Madsen taking this with his hunger and relentless ground and pound. There's nothing really physically impressive when you look at this guy, but his heart and tenacity are almost scary. Maybe he stores them in his gut. The only way he drops this one is the Mike Russo hammer fist of death. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your jaw if he breaks this one out. Ask Todd Dairy Queen Duffy when they finally wake him up from his most recent KO, courtesy of Overeem. Shit's no joke. Hendricks versus Wahlberger. Hendricks versus who? Wahlberger? Easy money right there. Hendricks. Miranda versus Simpson. This is a very tricky one between two gutsy guys and almost a toss-up. I think I'm going with Miranda on this one, but I really don't care either way. I like Simpson, but Miranda's fought a higher level of competition. Johnson versus Hardy. Well. A man who went from the Bruce Lee build to the Professor Clump build in less than 2 years is back. I really like Johnson and had high hopes for the guy, but much like Hardy, he's got gaping holes in his game. That is to say that they should be happy that they're fighting each other and that the fight is actually winnable for both parties. Johnson has overrated wrestling, and we all know about Hardy's overrated power. I see both of these guys never making it past well-respected gatekeeper. I want to say Johnson, if he even makes weight, but damn ring rust, he should have ring rigor mortis by now. Hardy by having the better gas tank and strategy. If Johnson connects, all bets are off though. Let's just hope he makes weight so he can get his money if he does get the KO. I'm rooting for you, Anthony, but his face was fatter than any UFC fighter I've ever seen leading up to this fight that wasn't a heavyweight. This guy must go for the same free UFC fighter buffet that Rampage goes to, and I can say that because I met him and he's my boy, but damn, I'd personally rather just stay in shape all year, but whatever works for you. My one beef with AJ is that he's missed weight before, and when he did, he looked at the scale like it was bullshitting or something. It's not the scale, Anthony. It's you. This one's hard, but I'm going to say Hardy in a possible decision. On to the main event. Looks like the UFC is hyping uber-talented and relatively new wrestling standout Phil Mr. Wonderful Davis as the next big thing. I'm of the opinion that it's for good reason, too. Check out the blogs I posted and see how intelligent, grounded, and aggressive he is. He has creativity, explosiveness, but more importantly, a calm in the cage that we rarely get to witness out of a fighter this young. I also think he's a very intelligent fighter that'll only get better. He has an extremely strong will, and with his focus, he seems destined for greatness. A year ago, I would have given this fight to Lil Nog for sheer experience and toughness. He's one tough fighter, but a lot has changed in the last year, and more importantly, I saw one thing that would keep me from even putting a penny on Nog in this fight. I saw the event poster. I mean, damn. How crazy does that look? I mean, the guy had on makeup, so just think of how he looked without the makeup. That looks like some kind of old WWF old man versus athlete in his prime match. What the hell? I'm glad they're doing this one for free because there's no way they could have sold me on this as a main event in any other capacity. I'm not taking anything from Lil Nog. Far from it. He's a legend in the sport and looked great before he got to Bader, but the guards clearly are changing. After last week, it's very, very difficult for me to put my money on anything but youth and potential. I mean, almost every fiber of my body was saying Jones last week, but I couldn't discount Shogun's experience, and I paid for it. Dearly, some might say. Well, damn it, this time I'm using my highly scientific method of looking at the poster, and when I see it, I see one challenger focused on getting to the top, and a guy who probably wouldn't. Okay, I don't know what's going through Nog's head, but he probably shouldn't step into his ring if the face is any indicator of his physical condition. Get out your cigars, gents. This is the UFC's coming out party for Phil Davis. If he keeps fighting like this and Jones does the same, I say they meet within 3-4 fights. Hell, they could even coach tough. This is MikeFightz signing off. Check out the post show tomorrow.